You know, it's great to be just back on Minecraft again, just doing the most random things you can't get anywhere else, like hopping giant mushrooms. Which other game you got that? Oh, that's False Image. But anyways, it is great to be back. I hope you missed me. Well, probably not. But maybe you didn't even notice I was gone. But finally I'm back, yeah. Back after a long break. I've been pretty busy. Sadly not on Minecraft, but in real life. Ugh, hate that. Real life. But I've just been a lot of school lately, you know how it is with summer vacation, you know, all the tests that come in before that, but finally all that's done. I'm just got a couple days left of school and nothing else to worry about. So hopefully there'll be more videos coming in these next few weeks. I've really been missing just recording and talking to myself like any sane person would, but now I finally got the time to do it again. Yeah, as said, I've just, you know, been really busy with school lately. I mean, it's not been the only thing, but there's been a lot of focus on school just to make sure that I don't get the worst grades ever. The only thing I'm kind of disappointed about is my science grade, but you know, it's one grade and the whole rest are good ones, and it's not like it's even a bad grade, but it's just kind of disappointed in myself. Just I could have put in more work like early in the year to make sure that I got the grade that I wanted, but instead I ended up with something else. But you know, can't change the past, so just look on the bright side and think about all the other great grades that I got. And I got more years, well, not more years with science, but more years to science-esque, I guess, yeah. But enough about school and stuff like that. Fuck Minecraft. I am back, and this is actually like a pretty old project that I worked on right around the time when I stopped and got really busy in school. But now just finally doing it. I've just never gotten around to it. It's like it's been done for a really long time, but now I'm finally getting around to it. And this berry bush is really annoying, so I'm just gonna move it. But yeah, this is like gonna be one of like my bigger projects, and it's gonna take like multiple episodes probably, if there will even be multiple episodes. I'm not really sure yet. But it's gonna be like a little like old-timey desert town. Just gonna go over in the mesa over there, so pretty far away. And I'm just collecting materials right now for the ground. I was got a custom ground. I had a lot of fun doing it. And it's honestly really simple. You'll see it when I've built it, but it was very simple to make. Yeah, just this one, the blocks. I've gathered a lot of the other ones just off camera. Like got a lot of coarse dirt, way too much coarse dirt. You probably saw me mining up a bunch of gravel. Yeah, I needed a whole shulker box full of this mushroom stuff, so got a lot of work ahead of me. But I mean, yeah, school hasn't been like the only thing that's made it so I haven't uploaded anything. There's also been, you know, games. So, yeah, around the time I started, I think it was around like 2 months ago. So what would that be, like April? Pokemon Champions came out. I don't know if any of you played it, but I had a lot of fun on that. And it's not like I spent like that much time that I couldn't upload. It's kind of just like also a motivation thing. But yeah, I played a lot of Pokemon Champions and I really had fun with that. I think I only ever managed to get to like Ultra Ball tier, so if you know, like that's second or third to best, yeah, something like that. So I don't know if that's really above average, but I like to think I'm above average. I played a homemade deck, I was about to say a team. I used Crabominable, Mega Crabominable, and then also Glare and Slowking. It was a really fun team. Obviously need to use Trick Room with them, and this move, Chilly Reception, where it just activates snow and then switches out. It's really fun to use. But anyways, and then afterwards of that, what happened? Not much, to be honest. I just don't think I had a lot of motivation to like make YouTube videos and to build in Minecraft, but I finally got some back now that I got a lot more time. But more recently, I got a new game. Or I didn't just get it, but I watched a full playthrough of the whole game, and I haven't done that in a really long time because, like, yeah, I don't have time. Like, time is a really big factor in all this, but my attention span has also just been cooked because of TikTok and all of those sorts of apps. But yeah, I also deleted TikTok a while back. I think it was in like late April, maybe early April. I can't remember, but I deleted TikTok, and honestly, it's been very great. Like, I haven't looked back since. It's like there hasn't been a single day where I've missed TikTok, or missed and misses. Like it's kind of like when I'm waiting for stuff, it's like I don't really have anything to do other than just like stare into a wall. But it's like I still am not at that point yet, so I just still like find my phone and try to find something to do on it. Just when like TikTok would be great, but I mean TikTok's not great at all. But yeah, I've been just kind of substituted TikTok with YouTube, and it's like not YouTube Shorts, but just like full-time YouTube videos, full-time long form content. And it's kind of turned into like me when I'm bored or waiting for something, I'll just scroll on YouTube and see there's a video to watch, which isn't the greatest thing in the world. I'd rather just not pull my phone up at all, but I feel like it's a step in the right direction. Yeah, I watched, what was the game? Yeah, I watched Kingdom Hearts. I don't know, it's a pretty old game. I think it was for like the PS2 or something. And I mean, I was not that old when the PS2 was out, but I remember my dad had a PS2. And then yeah, it said not too long ago when I just bought the game that he used to have it on the PlayStation 2, so that was pretty fun. I haven't found the PlayStation 2, don't really have any plans to either, but yeah, anyways, I got Kingdom Hearts. And nowadays it's just sold in like a pack with a lot of the games. So I got like I think 6 of the first like few games. Which were for yeah, on Steam. It's sold on Steam, which is pretty cool. So the first 6 games, and then yeah, since I watched the first game was Final Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, since I watched a full playthrough of that, I just decided to not play for myself, at least not right now, as I think it would be pretty boring playing the same game that I've just watched. So I went right to re Chain of Memories, and I don't really have like the most amount of fun playing that game. Like it's still very fun to play, but I just don't like the mechanic. Because if you've played it, you know that it's like a card game where you like need to strategize with the cards you have, and you have like it's like a limited resource, which I'm not the biggest fan of, especially in like when you need to fight a lot of enemies at the same time. It's like in boss fights when there's only one opposing enemy like playing the cards, it's completely fine, you know? The mechanic is just completely fine. But then when there's like 10 enemies just spamming cards that are you're not even attacking the enemy and still using cards, and then it's like breaking your cards, and it's just kind of annoying. But I think I'm probably about halfway in the game right now. I've been setting aside like 1 hour a day to play the game, because I don't want to complete the games too quickly, and then it's also like the amount that I've like been bothered to play in a day. I think I played a little bit more yesterday, but anyways. So I mean that's also something that's just been distracting me from doing this. And I mean, who knows, maybe there'll be some YouTube videos on it. I'm not entirely sure if I just want to do like gaming for myself or if I should want to upload it. Not 100% yet. Let's see what I decide to do. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it. Like the story is like the main selling point. Like when I was watching it, the story looked really interesting and it just looked fun to play. Like Final Mix looked really fun to play. And which is why like I got the game. It seemed like right up my alley. It's like, or I mean, I haven't really played a lot of like, what is it, RPG games, so it was like a new thing for me, but it's like what I was kind of craving, because I kind of ran out of games to play, and I've gotten kind of tired of playing, you know, just action, like fighting boss fights. Like I've been replaying Terraria too, and or not Terraria in itself, just modded Terraria, which is my preferred way of playing Terraria. And I just, it's like, I feel like Terraria is one of those like one and done games, especially the base game, where just, yeah, I just don't think Terraria has that much replayability. It's like, you know, it's obviously like the different classes you can play, but I'd rather just like play modded, and my all-time favorite mod is the Calamity mod, and I've replayed about that like about 3 times I think, and every single time I've been summoner, which yeah, that's my favorite class. Yeah, I'm playing Calamity right now, but yeah, like I said, I played through Calamity like 3 times already, so I'm doing Infernum this time, which it is a pretty big step up of like the regular difficulty, and yeah, it is honestly pretty hard. I'm stuck on Moonlord right now. I think I have like about 35 attempts on him, and I'm just, I'm getting pretty mad. It's like it's always in the second phase and I'm struggling, but I'm playing Rogue right now and it's feeling pretty underwhelming. I don't know if it is just weak or if I'm just bad. It could be both. But it is not feeling that good to play, and I think if honestly I were to just pick up Summoner like right now, I could probably beat the Moon Lord in only a couple attempts, but that's beside the point. Yeah, I mean, that's where I've been for the past, what, it's been, I think, 2 months since I made a YouTube video. That's where I've been and what I've been doing. But let me just finish collecting these mushrooms and let me get back to you. Alright, that is all of the mushroom blocks gathered, and all the rest of the blocks gathered too, so I've just got a tiny little bit of terraforming. I hope it's not too much. I can't remember what it looks like, it's been so long, but should only be a little bit of terraforming, and then build a terrain, and then a little bit of a house, and then we're done. Now that I'm saying it like that, it does not seem like that much, but it's gonna take a lot longer than I'm making it sound like. Okay, let me just put this stuff away. Okay, I don't need the scaffolding. Oh, I don't have rockets. What happened to my rockets? Not a shovel. There we go. Alright. So it's gonna be over here. I have some plans for this too, but I've really only done, what was it, up to about here, and then all this little bowl area, you could call it, I guess. Now, I think I've played like about 8 hours of Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, and like the story aspect of it, I've really enjoyed. It's like just continuing like expanding upon what was already there. And then it's also just like replaying the exact same levels with just like a tiny little gimmick in it from the first game is not that fun or like entertaining to watch, because like if you play the first game, like you know exactly what's gonna happen in the second game. But I'm still gonna finish it because yeah, I switched it up. I just got the AI answer that yes, it's important for the story, like the whole picture, so I gotta finish it. And it's not like it's excruciatingly bad to play. It's like I'm like the more I play with like the card mechanic, it's like the more I enjoy it. Because like it's got like a little skill ceiling to it, where like there's this tactic to it, which I do like tactic based games. Yeah, that's a little bonus, I guess. Yeah, I watched a 5-hour long YouTube video. It was just like the full playthrough of it, and I mean, it was very entertaining to watch. I watched it in like batches of like one or two. No. Probably watched it in like 2 or 3 turns. What am I trying to say? Yeah, I stopped watching for like twice. Like just looking for something else to watch because I was very bored that day. Like that's the only reason why I could sit down and watch a 5-hour long video, because I just had nothing else to do. And I mean, it was worth it because it just got me into a new game. I was like, I recommend watching that. I think, yeah, I watched Chocolate, and I mean, really great guy to watch. It's very chill. So I mean, I recommend checking out that video if you have the attention span, of course. And I mean, I think the only reason why I could even sit through that was because, like I said, I deleted TikTok, and honestly, one of the greatest decisions of my life. Well, I haven't had a lot of decisions in my life, but that was definitely one of the top ones. You just don't really get anything out of TikTok, you know? It's like, it just ruins your, like, capability to pay attention to stuff, and like, imagine, like, if I had had TikTok, I probably would have just sat and scrolled for those 5 hours. But instead, I found, like, a new game that looked really fun, and I'm now playing it, so that was, it was very fun. And I mean, I recommend to, like, everyone that I talk to, like, about TikTok and all that stuff, I just recommend getting rid of it, like, all short form content. Really just gives you nothing. It has no benefit of having TikTok or having Instagram Reels, like X, whatever you use to watch short form content. Just, there's no benefit to it. So if you're debating, you know, just thinking like, oh, I'm wasting a lot of time, just do it. It's gonna be worth it, and gonna, you're gonna be proud of yourself, like, a couple of months down the road. It's been about 2 months since I did it. I think it's been 2 months. And yeah, it's been really great. Like, I've actually, like, been able to pay attention to, like, YouTube videos and, like, not have to, like, check everything else around me while I'm watching, and just being able to pay attention to one thing. And then yeah, also, you know, got to watch some movies too, because I never watched movies when I had TikTok, because I could just scroll on TikTok, and then boom, suddenly I would have some movie clips come up, and then, yeah, that's my movie. Yeah, I got to catch up on some movies that I've been wanting to watch for a really long time. Or not even for a really long time, but I got recommended once and finally get around to it. I watched The Truman Show, long overdue. It was a great movie, by the way. Recommend to watch if you haven't watched it, but yeah, I watched The Truman Show in one sitting. Great. And then I also watched Pulp Fiction, which I got recommended by a friend, and it was a good movie and all, but it was kind of weird. So I mean, I do recommend watching it, but just be aware that it has a little weird section in the movie. But still a very good watch, worth it. Yeah, I mean, that's about the movies that I've watched. I haven't really gotten around to watch a lot more movies. I want to watch the Avatar movie. The new one, the Avatar 3, but I mean, I'm just waiting for it to become free so that I can watch it. I don't really feel like pirating movies anymore. Not that I ever have, of course. Yeah, and then another movie I just watched in the cinema was actually the Backrooms movie, and wow, that was honestly a great movie. It was very entertaining, and it's like, I don't really know that much about the Backrooms, but I still really, like, enjoyed the movie. So if you're debating it and you like don't know if you really have enough knowledge, just go watch it. You can still, like, understand what's going on without, like, knowing too much. And from what my friend told me, it's based on, like, the series. I think it was on YouTube. I haven't watched it, of course, but I got a buddy that's, like, watched the whole thing, and, like, let's watch lore videos and shit like that. I mean, he didn't really, like, understand some of the things in the movie, but yeah, so we're waiting for the theory crafters to come and upload some videos. But it was really fun, and, like, there's a lot of jump scares in it, so if you're not a big fan of that, that's, like, the only thing that I can, like, say negatively about it. But I mean, it is supposed to be a horror movie after all, so you should be aware of that if you're going to watch it. Yeah, I mean, the acting too was great, and then I think it had a really low budget, and it still looked very good. I think I had like 4 million from my buddy, like 4 million budget. It was a 10 million maybe. Yeah, maybe it was 10 million. Yeah, something like that. But it still, like, looked like, you know, a great movie, and, like, it didn't reflect, like, the budget. And it's like, they really did it, like, justice. Because, like, I feel like Backroom's been, like, a really big thing, and it's almost like the Five Nights at Freddy's movies, and it's like fulfilling this, like, fan base more than trying to make, like, an amazing movie that'll get a lot of new people into it, because I feel like some of the things in the movie you need to have, like, prior knowledge for, but still it's understandable for new people. Yeah, great watch, recommend it. And then yeah, there hasn't really been anything else that I've been watching lately. Not that I can at least remember. You know, another thing that I just remembered that's been keeping me away from making YouTube videos is that I've started playing guitar. Surprise, surprise, or I mean, of course it's a surprise. You wouldn't know. wouldn't have been any hints about it, but yeah, I started playing guitar. Like, I've always wanted to play an instrument. Like, I finally had the courage to, like, pick it up and start playing. Because the guitar's, like, always just been there. Like, I could have grabbed it whenever. But, like, I never just, like, never, like, just picked it up and started playing. Like, what like, my family think, just suddenly hearing a guitar from my room, you know? But I finally just didn't really care about that and picked up the guitar, and I've had a lot of fun. It's a classical guitar, which means that, yeah, I've been kind of practicing wrong, or I had the wrong technique, because, like, I started last week. Yeah, I think that was last week. And I mean, the classical guitar is a little bit more, like, wide at the neck, which means you need, like, a different technique for holding it. I've been holding it wrong, which has led to, like, a little bottleneck where I haven't really been able to, like, improve that fast because of it. But now that I've, like, learned the, like, right technique, because I noticed that, like, it didn't really feel right, and there was, like, a lot of tension in my left hand, which is, like, what I've struggled with the most, like, switching between the frets. And I was just searching up this proper technique. It just made it, like, a lot easier, and I played a little bit earlier. I just noticed how much easier it was to, like, switch between the frets and, like, put pressure on the frets to, like, get a clean sound than it was when I was holding it wrong. Because with a classical guitar, you're supposed to have it, like, the head of the guitar, like, at the height of your own head, which I didn't have. I honestly had it just, like, laying at a 90-degree angle, which was really bad for my wrist, and then also, yeah, just, like, ruined, like, my finger mobility. But now that I, like, put it at the right height and all that, it's honestly a lot easier to move them around. And it just honestly brought a little bit more joy into it. It's like, it was kind of frustrating, like, not being able to pull off all the things and, like, feeling low and, like, bottlenecked because of, like, like, the way the guitar was shaped. Like, I thought it was just, like, the guitar's fault. Or, like, my finger, like, my pinky was, like, always, like, the weak point when I held it wrong. It's like, I could never, like, get pressure and keep my pinky, like, in, like, the right, like, crooked way that it wouldn't touch the other strings. And I was like, oh, maybe I just have, like, short and weak pinky, but no, it's just that, like it always is. It's never like your pinky or, like, your fingers. Like, they should always, like that should always work as intended. It's just the way you're holding it that'll make it work, or, like, make it not work. So now I fixed that, and it's a lot easier to play and move my fingers around. But sadly, like, the high E string, like, the tuning peg is broken, so I actually can't tune the high E string, so it sounds exactly like a B, which is kind of annoying because it just means that I can't really play any songs, and that's, like, that's kind of boring. But so I've honestly just been, like, doing, like, practicing, like, my technique and, like, moving my fingers around on the fretboard, which is fine until we can get that fixed. And it's like, it's not like I don't enjoy doing that. It's really fun, like, seeing the improvement. And I'm honestly just, like, an instant improvement from when I, like, learned the right technique too. Like, now I can do it. When I had the wrong technique, I really struggled to, like, do it fast and get, like, the clean notes. But now it's like I'm doing it fast and got clean notes. So everything just cleaned up once I learned the right technique. Oh, but no, like, that's not where my troubles stop. Like, the G string also just, like, exploded, you could say. So I had to swap that too, and that was, like, probably, like, 2 days into me playing guitar. So that was like I needed to figure out how to do that. Luckily we had an extra set of strings, so I had to figure out how to do that. I mean, it wasn't too hard, it was just pretty finicky, like, having to tie the string and make everything sound right. Yeah, now everything's fixed and working as it should, except for the high E string, but that's fine. Yeah, I've really only been able to play one song, and not even a full song. But it's from, it's not just the intro, but it's from my favorite band called The Strokes, and the song Selfless, if you've heard it. And, I mean, I really recommend listening to at least the new Abnormal. That's their newest album. I recommend listening to that. before you go any deeper into their discography. But yeah, I really enjoy all those songs on that album. But yeah, I've been playing the intro to that song, and if you've heard it, you know how it goes. But then it's really simple, and it actually doesn't need the high E string. So that's like one song part that I've actually been able to do on the guitar. And I mean it's honestly really fun just playing that a little bit. But I still haven't really been able to like sing to it yet. It's like I really enjoy singing. But I haven't really been able to like figure out how the singing goes quite yet because honestly like the guitar part isn't really synced with the vocals, so it's like the guitar just goes in the background while the vocals just go on top without any like rhyme or reason. So it's been kind of hard to figure out how that's supposed to sound. But I think it was just enough like listening to the actual song and playing it, I think I'll figure it out. Yeah, I'm looking forward to when I can play the whole song. Like that's been like my goal so far to just like learn the whole song. Imagine how cool it is to just know how to play guitar, you know? Ugh. Yeah, just have something interesting about me, you know? And I'm not just the weird guy that makes YouTube videos, you know? And I mean, yeah, The Strokes, my like favorite ever band. I just love listening to music. It just makes me so happy listening to it. I can't really describe it. It's like not a lot of other music makes me feel like like The Strokes music do. So it's like my favorite band ever, and I recommend like everyone to listen to it. And the more you listen to it, the better they get. So if you don't like enjoy the songs on the first go around, listen to it a couple more times before you decide. Because like they're honestly like so good, and more people should like be aware of their music, even though they're pretty big. I think we're like top 500 last time I checked in the world. But yeah, they're just like all my friends are like, oh, who's that? They're like, I don't really. It's kind of hard to recommend them, like because they're a lot more like alternative, like indie rock. I think they are. So it's like it's not what my friends listen to. So it's like they probably find music a little bit weird. But like a couple of my buddies has my playlist and like listen to it whenever they want. And I think yeah, at least one of them has listened to a couple of the songs. He did say he liked Welcome to Japan, which is another one of my favorites. I mean, yeah, that's great. It's like the more people I can put on the Strokes, the better, because I just love listening to them, and I think other people should also like feel like what I'm feeling when I listen to it, you know? And who knows, maybe it'll be someone else's favorite band. I mean, I've been listening to them since the New Abnormal album came out. But I learned about their songs off of TikTok because The Adults Are Talking was very popular on TikTok at one point, or at least the chorus was. And I thought thought the chorus was really great. So I started listening to it a little bit and thought, this is kind of weird, but I do like it. And then just like the more I listened to it, like the better the song got. And it just somehow turned into one of my favorite bands. It's like it took a while to actually add like the New Abnormal or The Adults Are Talking to my playlist. As I remember, last time I checked, I added The Adults Are Talking to my playlist in 2024, which was 2 years ago. And like that was the only song on my playlist. But then like as I listened more to it, and I just decided to like explore a little bit of their other songs, or at least the New Abnormal album. And that's why I like find Selfless, Ode to the Mets, all those, which are really great. I think the New Abnormal album is amazing. But then yeah, I've also now more recently started to like explore their older albums, like the Calm Down Machine and Is This It? And like they all have like good songs, and like they all have at least one song that I like put on my playlist and like really enjoy. So they also have a new album coming out pretty soon, like 30th of June or something like that, and I really hope they're gonna have some good songs. Well, I think it's called Reality Awaits, so I'm very excited for that. And it'll be like, I think a little bit after I come home from vacation, so it would have been even better if it was like on the way to vacation, because then I could play it like on the plane and stuff like that, but that's fine. Oh, but I'm just very excited. But I feel like you've seen enough. I feel like you've seen enough of me just digging around in this maze. So let me just finish this up and get to building. But that's a lot more entertaining than watching me carve out some rocks. So let's go. So I got a trident while I was waiting for the wheat to grow because I needed a packed mud, but the terrain is finally finished. Let me just get a rocket up here. I finished the terrain, and yeah, it looks pretty good, I'd say. It's honestly pretty simple how I made it. Like, it might look a lot more complicated than it actually is. I need to get in the air to get a good look here, but it might. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, it might look a lot more complicated, but it's honestly just like the noise painter on Axiom, and just did a bunch of random colors that fit together. But yeah, I mean, it turned out really well. I regret using packed mud because waiting for the wheat to grow takes so long. So I might honestly not use packed mud anymore because it's so annoying to wait for, especially when you need a lot of it. Then I mean, yeah, it is pretty empty right now. I like the plan is to have a bunch of buildings going down the middle here, which is why I don't really have a lot of bushes and stuff down here. And then also what I'm going to be building today is building on top of here. But then I also just want to continue this like terrain here that I've done, just all the way up this mountainside, and not have it be this, but rather that. So I got a lot of building ahead of me, though that all of that's not going to happen today. We're only going to do the house, and then I also made a tree, which we'll see if I build. Yeah, so it's going to be on top of here. You can see where it's missing blocks is where it's going to be. Yeah, well, I don't know why it's missing a block there, but yeah, I need some materials, so let's just go right back into another time lapse. How does that sound? Alright, it's been a couple days and the build is finally finished. Now, it hasn't been a couple days because it was like a really big build or anything like that. It's actually quite small, but it's just like the motivation has honestly just been like at an all-time low for this build, and I don't really know why. It might just be that I'm just tired of all this Minecraft stuff, but anyways, let's see, can I show it? Oh, there, here we are. This is the build. I mean, it's pretty small, but I really enjoy like how it looks. This tree also looks pretty good, but like with this background, it like kind of just blends into the background. Wait, let me try to see. Like the brown is literally just like kind of disappears in the background. So yeah, if we can get this like all the way back here too, I think it'll pop out a lot more. But there's like a little abandoned house here with a rotten tree or whatever. It's on the outside, like try to capture this like worn look, which is why I like all these signs. Yeah, don't look at the back. We don't care about that side. But yeah, just like trying to get this worn look, which I use a lot of signs, like the planks maybe. But yeah, inside pretty basic. I'm not really gonna say anything about this. It's not the best in the world, but it's alright. But yeah, this took a lot longer than I needed to. Just like the grinding of the materials that I needed for all this, like off camera, was like just really slow and really annoying. And it's kind of like boomed my motivation because like what I really enjoy is like recording and like doing like just off camera grinding for materials is not fun at all. But now that I'm finished with this, I don't really know where like I'm gonna go next because I do not really have any motivation to like continue building this like here or anything else right now. So I mean, I might start doing something else, maybe Minecraft related, maybe something else. Like I'm kind of feeling like playing modern Minecraft because it has been a while since I have played that, which means starting a new world. But it's like I'm not gonna, doesn't mean I'm gonna stop on this world. I'll probably occasionally be back here if I really get motivated or find something cool that I really want to build. But that might be a while until. I think I just want to play something where I don't really have to plan a lot and like do like builds that and grinds that take a really long time, which I think modern Minecraft could probably give me that. So I mean, I'm not really sure. If there are suggestions, I'm always open for it, of course. Yeah, just something where I don't have to grind so much. And then, I've also like, I built a lot on this and kind of like forced myself to build to this. Like, the only reason why I'm like doing this episode is like, or is like, I've wanted to do an episode for a really long time. The only reason why I'm building this is so that I could like make another episode because this is what I really enjoy doing. Now that I have the time for it, I do really want to do this. So hopefully I'll get some more motivation to do something else maybe, but that's gonna have to do for today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed just me rambling about everything and the build. I think it looks quite good, even though it wasn't the most fun thing to build. I think it still turned out great. So I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you later.